Hello, everybody. It is what time is it? 10:37 p.m. Okay, it is no longer lunchtime, but we, we,
We're faithful.
we are faithful. We are faithful, and we had some other things that needs to be done, so that's why we're delaying it. But we are committed, and this is my sleep time. So if I say anything weird, please understand. Please understand. And today we are starting a new chapter, chapter 9. And this one is how to use the power of your subconscious for wealth. I love this chapter. I love this chapter. If you are having financial difficulties, if you are trying to make ends meet, it is means you have not convinced your subconscious mind that you will always have plenty and some to spare. You know men and women who work a few hours a week and make fabulous sum of money. They do not strive or slave hard. Do not believe the story that the only way you can make money, you can become wealthy is by the sweat of your brow and hard labor. It is not so. The effortless way of life is the best. Do the thing you love to do and do it for the joy and thrill of it. Okay. Now, that right there is way out of our norm conversation. We are so used to hearing is hard. Being wealthy is hard. We think about the process. We think about you got to work hard, or you have to be cutting corners or doing something illegal for you to be able to have plenty of money, or you have to be smart to invest your money. Everything is just involves with having to do some hard work toward to having wealth. But what he says for a lot of us can seems that it's not true. It's impossible. But I know at least one or two people in my life who truly are what he says. They don't work a lot of hours. They spend their money. They are not cheap with their money. They spend, they give, but yet they still have plenty of money, and money just keep coming to them.
Hey.
So, because of that, I believe what he's saying, and of course, what we're learning because of that. I believe what it is, it is. But what we've been taught is totally the opposite of that. And he says, I know an executive in Los Angeles who receives a salary of 75,000 a year. Last year, he went on 9-month cruise, seeing the world, and it is beauty spots. He said to me that he had succeeded in convincing his subconscious mind that he is worth that much money. He told me that the money, the money men in his many men in his organization getting about $100 a week knew more about the business than he did and could manage it better, but they had no ambitions, no creative ideas, and were not interested in wonders of their subconscious mind. So we need to learn how to communicate and convey our subconscious mind about our worth, just like this man did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how many of us really practice that unless we learning this method? And as he says, not a lot of people are even aware of this needs to be done, this process needs to be done. All we have been doing and we constantly right now, other people not informed on this thing doing is going out, working hard, and not no clue about the subconscious mind and what we need to do. And when he says they are not ambitious and no creative ideas, a lot of people are ambitious actually,
That's right.
and they might be creative with their ideas, but they just using it a different way, not to actually create money for themselves or to convey to produce money. And but the biggest part is if they are not aware of their subconscious mind, how can they even communicate with it? How can
Mm.
they even request it? And on next one, he says, wealth is of the mind. Wealth is simply a subconscious conviction on the part of the individual. You will not become millionaire by saying, I am millionaire, I am millionaire. You will grow into a wealth consciousness by building into your mentality the idea of wealth in abundance. So that's a lot of people have saying that, I am a millionaire. So if we not believe, if it doesn't really align to our faith, then it is kind of, going against our what we believe.
So in the beginning, you're saying it, but your subconscious is rejecting it.
Yes.
It's not going down because it takes time and repetition to get your subconscious to accept a new idea.
Yep.
And so just saying I'm a millionaire, first of all, if you're not putting any feelings, if you're not thinking like a millionaire, if you're not feeling what it feels like, if you're not imagining being a millionaire as it is now, then I don't think there's any power for your subconscious to receive it.
No, there has to be some, not just the saying. We have to put an action. This is not just, I'm a millionaire. We just show up one day and we're a millionaire. We do we do need to from the mind also. We need to take action that's going to allow us actually to become a millionaire. So now our mind also can say, oh, okay, they are taking actions, because all that needs to be in place. Because I think some people, the some I have heard some people, so if I say I'm a millionaire, no, you have to take actions. What are the actions? Of course, the subconscious one is, once a program, it will take you to, it will show you where to go and everything,
Yes.
and you got to respond to that too. And if you want to read the next one for us.
Okay. Your invisible means of support. The trouble with most people is that they have no invisible means of support. When business falls away, the stock market drops, or they lose their investments, they seem helpless. The reason for their insecurity is that they do not know how to tap the subconscious mind. They are unacquainted with the inexhaustible storehouse within. A man with a poverty type mind finds himself in poverty stricken conditions. Another man with a mind filled with ideas of wealth is surrounded with everything he needs. It was never intended that man should lead a life of indigence. You can have wealth, everything you need, and plenty to spare. Your words have power to cleanse your mind of wrong ideas and to instill right ideas in their place.
So it's all in our mindset. We can use our mind to build wealth, or we can use our mind to build poverty. And it's hard to accept that part. Actually, being poverty is a mindset for a
It is
lot.
a mind, yeah, it is a mindset. I mean, I've shared before that I grew up thinking that you were either, I just thought I was never meant to have plenty. I thought it didn't make sense to me, not the God that I serve, but yet I couldn't see any results that showed it being any different. I didn't know any different. And then I mean, it's not just thinking differently, it's becoming different.
Mm-hmm.
That you
You,
have to become it.
yeah, that is absolutely the key because this morning I was, so I wanted to get up my time at 2:55. And what got me out of my bed, I want to hit snooze, is the old me has to die, literally,
Hmm.
in order for the new me to be born.
That's good.
So on any circumstances, and everything is a steps. It's different acts. For me to get up out of my bed at 2:55, just like I plan, or at 2:50, is a step toward something. But it is that one is one habit by itself.
Yeah,
And like you say, we need to get out of this. We have to literally become a different person.
exactly.
We cannot expect a different result while we are the same person or people. And Jim Rohn says, in order for things to change, you have to change.
Exactly. I mean, I was thinking as I was writing tonight too about um how so many people, I was just looking, I was coming through Atlanta today and all the heavy traffic and everything, and it just came to my mind how sad it is that so many people, they don't want to put forth effort. Because I was thinking, there's a lot of people that we go to, and you say, I know a way for you to have a better life. If you'll just make these changes, if you will just apply yourself. But a lot of people are not going to apply themselves. They don't, even if they believed it would give them a better life. A lot of people don't want to make those changes because it takes effort.
Yes,
They don't want to get out of the status quo. Yeah, I may have to do with less, but I'm happy here. I know what this is like.
yes, yes,
And of course, facing the fear of change. But it's sad that a lot of people are just like sheep. They don't accept change. They just have to stay in that comfort zone.
yes.
And that's just
Um,
sad to me. It's heartbreaking.
it is, it is. But again, I was listening to Lisa yesterday, Lisa Nicole, right? Is that how you say her last name?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And I took like a long note, and that's all she was talking about. She was saying your success is on the other side of serving others. So
Yes.
instead of the window, actually serving others. So what does that teach me is that um, for us to step out of our comfort zone, we need to realize it's not about us.
Hmm.
Having purpose is the key.
It is.
And okay, now, and a lot of people will struggle. Okay, what is my purpose? Seriously, and I've been there. I was trying
Yeah.
to figure me out. So what I realize is actually our purpose is really is inside of us. It's whatever that we are seeking to experience. That's our purpose. But your purpose has to meet you. You really don't go find your purpose. But that doesn't mean you sit down and don't do nothing. You keep on trying different things until your purpose finds you. But your purpose is already in you. It's in you. It's the little voice tells you, and you cannot go wrong. Once you find it, just keep following that path because you already know you actually arrive. But if we don't have purpose, and I can see a lot of people will say, "What's the point? What's the point
Yeah.
getting up?
You're right.
What's the point getting up 2:55? Why would I do that for?"
Yeah. And,
Um,
we've talked about a lot of people doing that in the middle of the 90-day journey. It's like your paradigm start screaming, what are you doing? Why are you doing this stupid stuff? Why are you
e-
going through all this?
exactly. And but but for me, I already know. I don't want to go back to start from one. We're already on day, what, almost 40 days? I want to keep on going. So because of that, I thought, I was like, so I was like, all right, the old me. So that's why it helps to be able to listen to these words every day and switch it up. Switch it up, different books, different lectures, different, because somebody might hit you that day and you're like, wow. And it could be the same book you overheard of, listen over and over. So just that this mindset, it is everything for wealth, for developing habits, for relationship, for everything. It is mindset, and we really have to learn how to have the mindset of on this one for wealth. And when he say poverty is a mindset, even though I have heard it before, when I was reading it, it hit me because I came from a poverty, and I never want to blame my parents at all. I love my mama, but you see, you can go back and you're like, wait a minute, so they could make a difference for me. Is that what you're telling me? but but I do understand what you're saying. You kind of feel bad when people are stuck. But
Yeah,
I
because we
always,
have the way out. We have the way out,
yes,
you
yes,
know?
yes. But you have to be ready for this.
Yeah.
You have to be ready for this. And it's just like Think and Grow Rich book. When my mentor from my old job talked to me, he was like, read this, Think and Grow Rich. And yeah, he say read this. He say it did change his life. Jim Rohn changed his life. He was like, listen to Jim Rohn, listen to Jim Rohn. And also The Richest Man in Babylon. He was like, have you listened to this? Is at the age of 23. And I told him, I gave him, so I was very positive at that time too. But that's why he approached me. He said he would not advise everybody. But what I realized is that I did not understand. See, this is what I needed at that time.
Yeah.
All those books, they did not talk to me.
But
And
it was
that's what,
sowing seed. It was sowing
yeah,
seed, yeah.
exactly. So because of that, that's why we have to keep on trying, keep on trying, keep on trying, keep on trying until you find the teacher or the book that's going to be able to inspire you. And today I was thinking about how do we come up with this, our actually brand, Inspiring 1000? How do I don't even know how we
I
did.
don't remember.
Yeah, but that's a beautiful name that we did come up with because we inspiring ourselves and inspiring others. It's it's a perfect feat. Um, yes, and you want to read the next one?
Oh, okay.
We still have some time.
Um,
You own the ideal.
okay. The ideal method for building a wealth consciousness. Perhaps you are saying as you read this chapter, I need wealth and success.
I do.
This is what you do. Repeat for about 5 minutes to yourself 3 or 4 times a day. Wealth, success. Wealth, success. These words have tremendous power. They represent the inner power of the subconscious mind. Anchor your mind on this substantial power within you. Then conditions and circumstances corresponding to their nature and quality will be manifested in your life. You are not saying, I am wealthy. You are dwelling on real powers within you. There's no conflict in the mind when you just say wealth. Furthermore, the feeling of wealth will well up within you as you dwell on the idea of wealth. The feeling of wealth produces wealth. Keep this in mind at all times. Your subconscious mind is like a bank, a sort of universal financial institution. It magnifies whatever you deposit or impress upon it, whether it is an idea of wealth or of poverty. Choose wealth.
This remind me of that Bible verse. I give you life and death. Choose life.
Yes, that's exactly right.
So, I mean, that's simple and short, really. Now it's just a matter of choosing to practice it. Wealth, success, wealth, and success, and condition ourselves with that. Um, and it's very, it's very powerful, and we should be able to
Yeah.
implement that, really.
Well, I actually catch myself, as a matter of fact, tonight on my way home, I did the same thing. I can't remember what it was that I was saying, but I shortened it. Like I was trying to somehow say something about me, and I felt that resistance. I felt, okay, that didn't go. I felt doubt. And so I just shortened it. Like here,
Mhm.
if I said, for an example, maybe I was saying something about, I don't know, I don't remember. But instead of applying it like I'm going to get this or I want this or something like that, just the word, I can feel the power, and I can, if I don't attach it to myself at first, then I can just think of wealth. And then the more I think of it, the more I feel the power, and then I can connect to it. But some things, first I have to just get lost in the feeling of what it is. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah,
Before I
yeah,
can attach myself to it. I don't have the belief yet.
yes.
So, in order to work up the belief, then I concentrate on the feeling of what that is, and then I can put myself in it, little by little while I'm feeling that way. Even a
Hmm.
few, even a minute of being able, before your doubt starts coming in again, and then over time, that time span of where you're able to be that
Hmm.
will grow longer.
Hmm.
Because in the beginning,
Yes.
you might, for like, sometimes I might, for 10 or 15 seconds, I can feel something. I can feel the faith. I can feel strong in what I'm trying to feed my subconscious mind. But then I automatically feel the doubt come in. And I'm
Hmm.
like, okay, I got to back up. Let's go approach it a different way, because I don't want to stop with the doubt. You want to
Yes.
stop in that feeling of faith,
Yes. You know
the
what I found it
process.
to be? You know what I found it to be, instead of I am, then when I start out easy, blessing. Thank you for my
Thank you
wealth.
is mine.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah, thank you, and blessing. I bless myself with wealth. I bless myself with success. And is that one is very easy to accept. And instead of saying I am successful in the beginning, but over time, like you said, or just like what you say, just using without the I am, or thank you, or the blessing, if it doesn't work for other people, just the word need to become very familiarized with ourselves.
Hmm.
Then it's easier for the I am to be attached to it, because as you know, whatever we attach to I am, it becomes.
That's right.
And so because of that, and we not even a lot of us are not aware of that. We just attach I am to everything, and we see the result of it happening to us. So because of that, like for me, I found it to be, I bless myself. And actually, I didn't, until we have our mastermind, I think that was like last week, I didn't use that before. Since we have our mastermind meeting last week, and one of our member has suggested that, do you guys bless yourself? Then I start practicing that, and I start to feel, definitely it resonates
Hmm.
with me. And I think that's what we're looking for. We're looking for that comfort,
Yes.
whatever that can be accepted by our feelings, and then be able to go through the subconscious mind. So, but I think yeah, we did our time, so we need to go and be able to attend our next call. Yes. Thank you
Bless
so
you,
much.
Gigi.
Yeah, you too. Thank you so much. And I trust everybody will be enjoying this video and learning from us, and have a beautiful night.
Good night.